Hey, it's been a while since we've checked in with the really, really smart people who are trying to solve the alleged climate change crisis in the world. Let's see what they're up to these days.
Climate change is one of the biggest problems that we face today. Millions could suffer hunger, diseases, coastal flooding as a result of climate change. We may be beyond the point of no return. Scientists believe that we have no choice but to consider geoengineering. This is large-scale manipulation of the Earth, such as spraying sulfate aerosols into the ozone layer in order to increase the reflectivity of the planet. But geoengineering is very, very risky. We have never attempted these technologies on such a large scale. So we could end up destroying the entire ozone layer. I want to consider a class of solutions that have never been considered before. Human engineering. It involves the biomedical modification of human beings. I'll give 4 examples. Here's one. 18% of greenhouse gas emissions come from livestock farming. So if we eat less meat, we could significantly reduce our greenhouse gas emissions. Now, some people would be willing to eat less meat, but they lack the willpower. Human engineering could help. Just as some people are naturally intolerant to milk or crayfish, like myself, we could artificially induce mild intolerance to meat by stimulating our immune system against common bovine proteins. And in this way, we can create an aversion to eating eco-unfriendly food. And we can do this, for example, by having meat patches, kind of like nicotine patches. People can then wear these patches before they go out for dinner to curb their enthusiasm for eating meat.
We're now going to be genetically modified to keep us from eating a hamburger. All right, this whole thing started so reasonable, didn't it? You know, to maybe get a smaller car, maybe stop driving the SUV, maybe, conserve a little bit on some of your carbon emissions. And then they turned to the whole beef industry thing, and then they said, it's okay. We'll just offer you this impossible meat. It's not really meat, but it tastes like meat, and you'll like it because it's beans and grass, and it's good for you. And the next thing you know, they're telling Ireland to spend 600 million euros to cull 200,000 of their cows because they're eating too much grass and pooping and farting. And now they're going after the demand part of it. They're trying to genetically engineer us to stop liking beef. You know, if about 10 years ago, if I had told you that the asinine logic behind climate change hysteria would eventually lead to you having to be genetically modified with patches on your arms and your DNA distorted so that you would no longer crave a hamburger, you would have thrown me in the loony bin, or at the very least censored me and canceled me for conspiracy theory mongering. And now it's just a TED Talk. The more you know. If I had a ribeye right now, I'd say out of my cold, dead fingers.